Hello. Some stories were never meant to be told. But tonight, one of them will find you, whispered from the shadows, wrapped in guilt, drenched in silence. Tonight, I'll tell you the story of The Hollow Whisper. Part 1. The story that remembers you. Now. Like most nightmares, though, was something you pretend to forget. I didn't believe in haunted places. You grow up hearing stories, the kind passed around campfires, whispered at sleepovers, about cursed houses and ghost towns swallowed by fog. I always thought they were just that, stories, until we found Raven Hill. There were 4 of us. Sam, my best friend since high school. Smart, skeptical, always hiding fear behind sarcasm. Mira, his girlfriend, quiet, sharp-eyed, the type who sees everything but says little. Danny, the wild card, loud, funny, reckless. He joined us last minute. And me, Alex. I was the one holding the camera. We were road tripping through the countryside. No destination, just a map and a playlist. It was supposed to be a break from the city, from routine, from noise. We didn't plan to stop in that town. We didn't even know it existed. The GPS glitched. The signal vanished. And just like that, the road ahead forked into gravel, winding through dense trees. No signs. No waypoints, just endless forests swallowing the sun. Then the fog came, thick, white, clinging to the windshield like fingers. Maybe we turn around, Mira had said, gripping the dashboard. No signal, Sam replied, tapping his phone. We just follow the road. It has to lead somewhere. It led to Raven Hill. It didn't look abandoned at first. The houses weren't crumbling ruins. They stood tall, intact, with windows like black mirrors and chimneys untouched by time. But it was wrong. There were no people, no animals, not even wind. Just silence so deep it made your ears ring. We drove in slowly. Danny leaned out the window, laughing. Maybe it's some kind of art project. Post-apocalyptic tourist trap? Doesn't feel like art, Mira murmured. Feels like it's watching us. We laughed it off. We were tired, hungry, lost. Found an old inn at the center of town. The Hollow Oak. The sign swung slightly in the airless breeze. It had 1 floor, lit D. No one inside. No receptionist. But the doors were unlocked, and the keys were there. Room numbers written in faded ink. I know what you're thinking. Why the hell did we stay? I ask myself the same thing every night. We took 2 rooms. Mira and Sam in one stall, me and Danny in the other. The place was old, not dusty, just untouched. As if someone had cleaned it yesterday, then vanished. No cobwebs, no mess, just silence. Night fell fast in Raven Hill. 1 second it was evening. The next, pitch black. No stars, no moon. The power flickered once, then held. That's when the whispers began. They weren't loud, barely audible, like someone talking from behind a wall. No words, just shapes of sound. Danny thought it was the pipes. Mira said it was the wind. But there was no wind. At 3:12 a.m., exactly, all 4 of us woke up. No alarm, no sound, just a feeling, like drowning in air. And then we heard it, a knock, 3 times, from inside the wardrobe. Danny was the first to open it. He swung the door fast like he wanted to prove nothing was there, and there wasn't. But the air smelled wrong, like wet earth and old teeth. He laughed it off. We all tried, even though our hands were shaking. Even though something deep in our guts was screaming. We decided to leave in the morning. But morning didn't come. We woke up to the same darkness. Our phones were dead. No signal. The car wouldn't start. Outside the inn, the town had changed. Houses we passed yesterday were gone. The street looped into itself. We walked for an hour, ended up where we began. Time wasn't moving. Shadows grew longer, even without light. Then Mira screamed. She was staring at the window, eyes wide, unblinking. "There was someone," she whispered. "You're still here. Good. Not everyone makes it this far. Maybe you're one of us. You know what to do." "There was someone," she whispered, "right there, watching us. But their face, it was wrong." "What do you mean wrong?" I asked. "No eyes," she said. "Just skin." Like their face was sewed shut. We locked ourselves inside, pushed furniture against doors, sat in silence. Then Sam stood up, trembling. "There's something behind the mirror." We followed him. The bathroom mirror had cracked slightly. We hadn't noticed before, but behind it, there was a space. A crawl space. Narrow. Da, pitch black. We should have left it alone. But Danny crawled in, flashlight in hand. 10 minutes passed. Then 15. We called his name. Silence. Then the whisper came back. Clearer this time. It wasn't behind the wall anymore. It was in the room. We waited longer than we should have. Danny had been inside that crawl space for nearly 30 minutes. No sound. No movement. Just the beam of his flashlight lying on the ground at the entrance, pointing into the dark like a spotlight on a missing act. I called his name again. "Danny. Come on, man. This isn't funny anymore." Nothing. Mira stood behind me, arms wrapped tightly around herself. Sam paced the floor, muttering under his breath. The tension was chewing through us. I could see it in Sam's eyes. Logic breaking down. Fear creeping in. Then we heard something. Scraping. Not from inside the crawl space. From behind us. We all turned at once. There was no one there. Just the old hallway of the inn. Dimly lit. Empty. The wallpaper peeling like dead skin. But the sound kept going. Scrape. Dot-I. Scrape. Da. Like something being dragged across the wooden floor. Slow. One. Two. Heavy. Sam grabbed a lamp from the nightstand. Mira picked up the flashlight. I crouched at the crawl space, heart punching my ribs. "Danny," I whispered, "we're not alone." That's when the whisper came again. Louder this time. Words. Almost. Garbled. Like someone trying to speak underwater. I leaned in, and something moved. It was Est. A blur of pale, twitching limbs, skittering just out of reach. I didn't see a face. Just hands. Too many of them. Crawling backwards into the dark like a broken spider. Mira screamed. I pulled her back. Sam nearly smashed the mirror, trying to block the opening. "What the hell was that?" he yelled. "I don't know," I said. But it wasn't Danny. We locked the bathroom door, pushed the cabinet against it. It didn't feel like enough. Mira sat in the corner, rocking. Sam held the lamp like it was a weapon. I sat by the window, watching the street, if you could call it that. The town had changed again. Where there were once houses, there were now rows of tall, narrow trees, leafless, bent like they were listening, and in between them, shapes, still, watching, no faces. We waited till what we guessed was morning, but there was no light, just that eternal, endless night. My watch had stopped. Sam's phone kept rebooting every time he turned it on. Mira didn't even bother. "Something's playing with time," she said. "We're not in the real world anymore. If that story found a place in your mind, imagine what the next one will do."